Freelancers Mindset Shortcast. It's amazing to have you guys here. And the person we have with us today is somebody very special to me. I studied with her when I was in college, and it's been almost 8 years, and I still know her. And I'm seeing her trajectory on how much she's growing and how different our paths have become from college. Say hello to Srithi. She is a freelance social media influencer. She has a Instagram blog page where she talks a lot about lifestyle and food, travel, clothing, fashion, everything. And I think your page on Instagram has almost 25,000 followers now, right? Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So, hey, Shruti, welcome to the call.
Hi. Firstly, thank you for having me here. I'm like amazed. How quicker you spoke so much, so quick. I'm like, okay, I should also get that thing into me. Apdine.
Oh, no.
I'm
A
like
lot
feeling.
of people tell me I speak very fast. That's not a very nice thing. They can't understand what I'm saying. But yeah.
That's a great skill, actually.
Oh, thank you so much. Nice to hear somebody saying this. But yes, so yeah, Shruti, I have been following your content for a long time, especially you're based in Vellore and you're doing a lot of local level content there. So tell me why you chose to do this. Actually, when we were in college itself, you started this page, and I think you never went to the corporate side. You chose to do this full time. So why did you make that change, and why did you choose to do this?
Okay, so to start off, when we were studying like undergraduate, namma padikumbodhu, I started this page out of nowhere with my cousin, like along with my cousin, where like we used to go out, eat and all. So we just like, it just randomly appeared into us, like why not start a page and post about it? So then we started. Appo, we didn't know that it is actually about people will give us free food or they'll pay for us. We never knew that and all. We just started it out of like just sharing it to people out there.
Mhm.
And later we were invited and all that stuff. That is when we understood, okay, this is also something that we can take up and work on and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And later the page actually it became like I mean, like my cousin got married, so that it was me who was taking care of the whole page and all. After
Okay.
it got to me, like it came to me,
Mhm.
and like we were doing all that. Like I was just doing that, and I used to get collabs and all. Like I was doing that. Appo when I was in Chennai, I used to do that. Since our
Mhm.
college was only around like till like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
After college, I used to go for content shoots and blogging and all that stuff. So after that, when I came back to Vellore, like during the lockdown and all that stuff, it became so different. Like we were at home, we were not able to go out or
Yeah.
post about any restaurant and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Appo, like it kind of was at pause, Madri. And later, since I settled down in Vellore itself, I thought like why just stick to Chennai or something. Apde transformed from Chennai to Vellore, and
Mhm.
since like like we started off with food and all, but it's not just about food. It is more about showing and showcasing more about Vellore to other people.
Awesome.
So people think like எனக்கு வந்து எப்படின்னா like people think Vellore is like a small place and people don't know much about Vellore.
Mhm.
Vellore has the potential to be a big city, but
Right.
it is like a small city, I agree. But it
Mhm.
has that amount of people who do a lot of efforts and who put in a
Mhm.
lot of efforts for their own skills and all that stuff,
Mhm.
like our businesses, etc., etc.
Mhm.
So I wanted to showcase that part of Vellore on my page. So
Okay.
I transformed from food to it became like a lifestyle blog now.
Oh, awesome. Speaking of which, how like many people tend to move to bigger cities because they are like, oh, I'm from a small town, I don't have any opportunities, and they move to bigger cities. But you have leveraged that, and you're one of the very few people who showcase so many things in the place you are, and you're so proud of it. So, how, despite being in a small place, did you make so many opportunities and connect with so many people? And how did you grow your business more and more?
Okay. So before all that, so I was like a baby to content
Okay.
creation and blogging. And like when we were in our undergraduate upper and it was just about like clicking pictures, writing about it, posting. But now the content is more about reels and shooting like really professional content and posting about it, etc., etc. And the hooks are really important. And the Madri, there are a lot of things that we have to checklist and tick, right? So
Mm-hmm.
அந்த மாதிரி when I started working, since I was into all this for a long time, I had that list of things that I have to follow. So when I started following those, it just made me stand apart from a lot of other people who are there in Vellore. There are a lot of people in Vellore, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And எல்லாருக்கும், even like the newly started people and all have 100K followers.
Okay.
I'm very happy for them. It is their content. People love their content. But I still stick to the organic growth and the efforts that I put in. Every
Mm-hmm.
content has that particular signature of
Yeah.
what I want to show to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I, I would like say that I've stood apart from all the other people because
Mm-hmm.
of all that eligibility things that I have here,
For sure.
the checklist I have. And like there are a lot of few other brands that has only worked with me in Vellore. Like for example, Mabel, when
Awesome.
they like launched in Vellore, I was the first person they approached, and they told
Oh,
me like,
wow.
I love your content apart than the other people in Vellore. So
Mm-hmm.
that is kind of making me stand apart, and that is kind of making me okay. What we're doing is good. So let's follow that. Let's organically grow on the Madri I've been working.
Awesome. Nice. I mean, I've seen your videos and they have a very homely touch to them. Maybe that's why people like the videos rather than being very commercialized and all like, hey, visit this place and all. It's like you're genuinely going there with your friends, you're having a good time, nalla aratadichittu, then you're recommending like you guys can also check it out. It has that personal feel to it, like cozy girl next door. So maybe that's your unique selling point that people are attracted by.
Yes, yes. And also like putting the brand highlights forward is what
Hmm.
has to be there, not just like the price point or like offer அப்படி சொல்லாம.
Ah.
Talking about the brand is something that I wanted to do for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I work with any brand, like I make sure I first go test it, like I check it personally
Mm-hmm.
and post about it. Or like if it is a restaurant, obviously we eat the food la. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் we talk about it and all. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I'll like see if it is good, and if I'll go back to that particular restaurant
Mm-hmm.
again. If
Mm-hmm.
I do, I'll be posting about it, and I'll not. அந்த
Right.
மாதிரி I've been like, okay, this is my things that I have to follow ன்ற மாதிரி
Hmm.
I have that list.
That's nice actually because it improves your authenticity. You're not just running behind money like, oh, this person paid me 5K, so I'm going to go and blatantly lie like, oh, this is so tasty. You're authentically like, if you like it, you talk about it. If you don't like it, you don't talk. That's very important actually. So tell me one thing, what does the day in the life of a social media influencer look like? You wake up in the morning, you have an appointment, you have to travel with your team there, you have to shoot there, you have to get your clothing and makeup ready, and then after the shoot you just come back and edit it. What does the whole picture look like? From like how do you source the client and then the whole process happens?
Okay. So okay, like every day doesn't be the same.
Of
It's
course.
never the same. So like sometimes we can schedule shoots in the morning also. So like I have to wake up early. I have to leave off all the other stuff like meditation, etc. அதெல்லாம் பண்றோம்னா like I have to leave that and I go for the shoot, etc. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கும். So before all this, let me tell you about myself. This is
Right.
something I guess you don't know maybe. So
Okay.
I'll tell you. I am a social media influencer. Yes. Like I would say I'm a content creator rather than telling myself as a social media influencer as of now.
Mm-hmm.
And next, I own a creative marketing agency based in
Okay.
Vellore, and we worked with 15 plus clients in Vellore, Chennai, and Bangalore. And Vellore Bazaar, I'm not sure if you would have
I've heard of
heard
it.
about it. You might have seen in the
I have.
stories. So that is also something about, that is also something from the house of Ahiru. So Ahiru is the creative marketing
Oh yes,
agency
I've
that
seen that
I,
on your profile. I've come across it.
yes. So that one. So all these three come under my plate. Come on my plate. So
Okay.
everything I work, like Vellore Bazaar is like kind of temporary marida irukum, but I work on that every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like because we keep thinking of what to do next on the Madrila. So that and Ahiru and my content creation page. All these three I work. So every day, okay, now we also have this kutti office space where we work together.
Oh, cute.
So every day now first, before all this, I was working from home, like one or
Mm-hmm.
kutti corner of my house where I had one
Right.
table and all. Now that we have an office, every day morning I wake up, I get my day done. I mean the morning done and go to office correcta on time 9:30 and I'll go and get the work for that day. I mean list down the work for that day and
Mm-hmm.
go for the next things and all. 10 I have my team coming in, everyone starts working and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we have shoot days, that is the days when we have Madri, we become tired and all. But
Yeah.
apart from that, we're very happy working at the office itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that team is really like Madri, good skillful team that we've sourced.
Okay.
And all of them from Vellore, all of them being Vellore people, I'm very happy that I've given a space for all these Vellore people, which I personally didn't have when I
Mm-hmm.
completed my college.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, wow, we've given one place, I mean, one space for them to grow. So on the Madri, I'm like very happy. So a day in my life, coming back to your
Right.
question,
Awesome.
it starts off like this, and like my team comes in, we work and all that stuff. Morning I'll be like very energetic, like wow, yeah, new day,
Wow.
new
Okay.
me, and the Madri
I
vibe.
can't relate.
And after evening, if you see me, I'll be like one one like box la vecha girl. And the மாதிரி அப்படியே sad
Oh.
சோகமா
Drained.
tired I'll be.
Hmm.
So அந்த மாதிரி it becomes. But மத்தபடி I love going. I love waking up every day and starting my day
Mm-hmm.
with like from my office அந்த மாதிரி.
I couldn't have started freelancing unless I went to a full-time job because I didn't know what marketing is. The content writing we learned in college, journalism is more like news stories, articles, it's completely different. So I didn't even know what marketing is, and I didn't know how much to charge for myself, how to talk to clients, how to get clients, how to manage the team. I didn't know anything. I learned everything in my full-time job. So when you didn't even go to the corporate setting, you directly continued this, and now you have an agency of your own, you're managing your own team. How did you learn all this from scratch?
Okay, like journalism was more about news, articles, writing or
Yeah.
editing and all that. But actually, I didn't want to do journalism. I wanted to do multimedia.
Hmm.
Seat correct, so I came back to journalism.
Okay.
And like I mean, obviously, I had to do all the articles that we wrote, etc. Elame I did. But I was more excited when we had the multimedia lab classes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like when we did the practicals and when we did the designing and all, I was more excited to do that. Since I had this interest in me that time itself, like I've been doing that for a long time. We did like two assignments which had designing in it, and ரெண்டுமே நான் தான் பண்ணேன் for my
Right.
group. So I was like, okay, now I know designing. Hey, I'm expert ra. அந்த மாதிரி I became. So after journalism, when I did MBA in VIT,
Hmm.
Vellore. I actually hated VIT until I
Okay.
uh, did MBA there. So this is what I had in my mind. 1 year of job so that I can learn how I have to work, how I have to handle a team, etc., etc. And then like I'll come start of what I'm doing here in Ramatri I was in that mindset.
Hmm.
And later I even attended interviews from college. I
Hmm.
was not actually happy about it, but I was forced to attend interviews by the college itself, not by
Okay.
my mother and all. So after I attended the interview, I understood I don't want to go to a job and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And then later during the capstone project and all, no, we will have that thing to do internships, like the
Hmm.
compulsion to do internships and all, like to present a project and all. So at that time is the only part of my life where I went to a real office,
Hmm.
worked and worked at a corporate space, and I came back. That was the
Hmm.
only 3 months of my life where I did that.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, I never got been at a real desk job.
Mm-hmm.
So those 3 months was something that I learned a lot. I stuck to not going to the content creation part of the job. I was working on the email marketing, etc., etc., all the other stuff. So Adakaprama is when I started this Ahiru. How I started and why I started is because like my friend, uh, he gave me the idea. He put that idea into me. Like, I applied even for jobs. I got two jobs, job offers, and I actually didn't take them up because I asked the universe, tell me, give me a sign. And I
Uh-huh.
asked my universe, and my universe said, no, this is not your job. This is not what you should do. So I started Mina Hero. And at that time, my friend like told me, see, this is not something that you have to do. You don't have the family pressure or anything from your mother also that you have to go to a job and provide income to your family. And on the mother, you don't have any compulsion. So why don't you start what you wanted to do for a long time? I'm here to support you. Abdinta, my friend told me. The
Mm-hmm.
friend is from MBA. So
Mm-hmm.
that guy is like really into business and all that stuff. He had like already he was a part of a company, like his friend's company. He was a part of the company already. So when I was like in the mind, I mean, like in the confusion of starting or going to a job and all that stuff, he gave me the advice of go start it. And he gave me like a lot of ideas and plans. He was the one who named our company Ahiru also.
Okay.
So, and the Madri, the Ahiru came into life.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there'll be a lot of things in our mind, like, should I go for a
Mm-hmm.
job? Like, I have to give
Yeah.
money to Amma also. If I
Yeah.
was a guy, obviously my mother would have expected me to provide income for the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I put myself in that part,
Mm-hmm.
and I told Amma, like, I went and spoke to Amma. Ma, see, this is how I want to work in the future. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what I want to pursue. So you tell me what to do, is what I asked my mother. And my mother was like, do whatever you like.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave myself a challenge like 6 months. If I'm not able to do what I'm doing, if I'm not able to reach the goal of what I'm doing right now, I guess I have to stop that and I'll go for a job, is what I told myself. And then from there it started. Um, we were working, we had a client who was pestering us to work for them
Okay.
from January, started working for them only in March. I don't know why. I guess it's just the universe's sign
Yeah.
that comes to us.
It
Like
happens when
it
it
comes
will.
knocking the door, no, and the
Yeah.
madri. So that client never left our side. Even now, he
Oh.
comes back and tells us like, see, I've been working with you guys for a long time. I want you guys only to work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me however, whatever, we can work it out. I want to work with you guys only. And the madri, I have the client still coming back to us. So it started in March 2022, I guess. And from that time, we've been working. The first, I mean, like the first share that my friend and I, like both of them are the partners of our hero.
Okay.
So we take like shares and on the monthly. So the first share that we got is 800 and 800 for both of us.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
after taking all the other people who were working, 800 was our first share, and it felt really good for me. I don't know why, like
Yeah.
wow, 800
You
on the
earned
monthly.
that. It's entirely your effort. It's your hard work.
Yeah, அதுவும் like from our own company ன்றப்போ it'll be like more special.
Yeah.
So அந்த மாதிரி it was. So it was like, okay, now 800, like கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் we'll get 80,000 and all. அந்த
8
மாதிரி we were
crore.
like,
By the way, what does Ahiru mean? You mentioned that name. What does it mean?
so Ahiru is a Japanese word for duck.
Okay.
The whole company's name is Ahiru the Social Duck.
Hmm.
So ducks are actually birds that are very friendly in nature. They're very social and all that stuff. So we consider us a very friendly towards our clients.
Oh,
So that
nice.
is how our hero is found. And also the other point was in the Madri, someone should ask us what is Ahiru. That's why we named.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I'm happy I asked you this question. Of course, you must have faced a lot of challenges being a freelancer, lot of ups and downs you must have had, especially being a woman entrepreneur. Did you face any hurdles in terms of that? Any opportunities you had to leave? Or if from the lens of a woman entrepreneur, how did it go for you?
Okay, from the lens of a women entrepreneur, I would say like the clients that I usually deal with are very respectful, are very supportive, and like they treat us really, really, really equal. I'm very happy that people here do that. And me being like only 23-year-old when I started the company and like
Okay.
when I had the clients and all, and I was like 23, and they still gave me the respect that they had to give me. Uh, they would be like ஒரு 45, 50, 40 அந்த மாதிரி இருப்பாங்க, but they still treated me really well, which I would like appreciate, and I'll be very grateful for that particular thing. But there'll be another side, being a woman in job, like it's not about women entrepreneur or anything, but being a woman in field like working, there'll be all the other staffs who would like look at us or madri bad, or
Mm.
talk to us, ill treat us, or
Yeah.
like use abusive words also. Like I the first shoot we were doing at one restaurant, I had one person talk to me really bad. I didn't know what to react. Like we'll be in that phase of life where I don't know, like should I actually talk back to him? What if he thinks I'm rude? Or this is something that we'll keep thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to do. I just stunned. I was stunned. I didn't know what to talk. I shut my mouth. I came out of the place. And I thought to myself, like, why did I even shut my mouth and come back? I should have given back something to him. Not like
Yeah.
shut, I should have told back something to him. I came out and I told my friend, like my partner, he was also there during the shoot. And he actually handled the situation for me. But I felt like, what if that person was not there? It is you who have to
Mm-hmm.
handle it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the starting stages of our
Mm-hmm.
hero and all that stuff, me going out and shooting and all. But later parts, when I've faced a lot of other stuff like this. So I've never stopped there. The first one was probably a lesson that I taught myself. And the next times when anyone talked bad to me or ill treated me or something like that, I would give back to them. Like one time, something like that happened. Even the client was there. The client came. He asked me what happened, Shruti. I decided not to tell him because he wanted his job for sure, right? So I decided not to tell him, and I thought like, okay, Shruti, you've grown from being a baby to a
Yeah.
girl, a woman. I'm the madri I felt.
But as a woman, what I have faced is my talent is often related to beauty. They say like my LinkedIn grew quite fast when I started. And when I started this YouTube channel as well, a lot of people started watching my videos. And all these random unsolicited remarks would come in like, oh, ponnu dane, ponnu na video papa. You're a fair girl. You're a nice talkative girl. Of course you'll get views.
Yeah, like the content creation page, like starting, I never showed my face. Like my mother was not okay about it. But
Hmm.
later, like she was all fine. Okay, என்ன இருக்கு அந்த மாதிரி she accepted. She was like all fine about it. So I had my friends, like even like my age group இருக்க friends, they started telling me, நீ பொண்ணு தானே, நீ சும்மா எதனா சாப்பிட வீடியோ
Yeah.
போடாலே, like it'll reach அந்த
Right.
மாதிரி they keep telling. So like it's just like I don't know, like people should just stop thinking
I
in
know.
another.
Perfect. Then thank you so much for your time, Shruti. You have shared so many insights here and been so vulnerable also about all the problems that you have faced and what sort of growth you have had from when we were in college and now 8 years later. Both of our directions have been so different, but we are coming back together through this podcast, and it's amazing to see how you have grown. Thank you again, and thank you to everybody who has been watching till the end. Hope you got some good insights out of this. I will leave all of Shriti's links in the description so you can check out her Instagram page, House of Ahiru, all of the different platforms that she has. And do stay tuned for the next episode coming very soon. Thanks for being here, Shriti.
Thank you, Meenakshi, for having me. Bye.
Bye.